In our today's video, I'm going to talk about this special and wonderful masquerade from Igbo land that commands worldwide respect wherever or whenever it appears or it's coming to perform. We're going to talk about the king of all the masquerades and the world's biggest masquerade too in this fascinating video titled The World's Most Biggest Masquerade. After this intro. Ogu Emmanuel is my name. If you are new in this channel, you are highly welcome. And a special thanks to all my returning subscribers and my esteemed viewers as well. Let's move on. What is Ijele? In the whole of sub-Saharan Africa, there is no other African traditional masquerade that is as big as the one called Ijele. This kind of traditional masquerade cannot be found in any other part of the world. Rather, you can only find it in a place called Igbo land. It is primarily major part of their tradition. In so many communities in the southeastern part of Nigeria, precisely Anambra State, Nigeria, there is hardly any big traditional festival, especially during the dry seasons, that inspires the spirit of fertility and that of abundant harvest after the farming season, that can take place without gracing it with the presence of this gigantic and wonderful masquerade called Ijele. So this particular masquerade was listed in the UNESCO archives as an intangible cultural element of urgent, safeguarding. It's a kind of something that needed to be preserved by all means so that the future posterity will also come up to meet it and at the same time transmit it to their own lines too. So it's a cultural heritage, it's a traditional and cultural heritage, worth preserving for our coming generations. So many centuries ago, a history of old Anambra in particular and Nigeria in general cannot be said to be complete without the inclusion of this giant traditional masquerade known as Ijele. The Ijele masquerade was, according to the existing oral history, originated from Umweri. It was a group from these people who performed the first Iziegu Ijele, which means introduction to the Ijele masquerade, or Ijele mask, let me put it that way, which was copied to the Ogbunike people, Okozo, Nando, Aguleri, Nsugbe, Nsugbe, and many other communities. So, who took Ijele to Festac 1977? The masquerade, is so great that it was taken to perform at the Festival of Art and Culture that took place in 1977. So please let us not forget, it was Omuatuolu Umweri who was part of the introduction of Ijele masquerade to Ibariam and Inteje people outside Omambala geographical area. So, during the Nigeria's famous Festival of Art and Culture in 1977, it was the government of the day. It was the government of the day who chose Ijele cultural troupe, which was then led by Chief Anizobara Felobiako of Umuatolu village, Umueri, who represented the state during the 1977 Festival of Art and Culture, known as Festac 1977. You know, at the event, their cultural display and exhibitions earned them many awards and accolades from the federal government of Nigeria then. How Ijele was made. The largest mask system ever made that graced the history of the world. It graced the history of the world masking tradition. It has never happened before. And there is no second like it. You know? So, that, it was Ijele that took number one. It's the existing biggest masquerade in the whole wide world. So the body has two upper parts, the upper and the lower part, which is divided at the middle by a big python. Eke. You know what a big python is now? It's called Eke in Igbo language. So the upper part of the Ijele is called Mpu Ijele, while the lower side is called Apapu Ijele or Obanibe, while the center is called Ekoba. That is python again. So the height of Ijele is between 12 to 15 feet, depending on its balance, how it is balanced. So it is made up of beautiful, bright, colored, or array of mostly fanciful or flashy assortment of bright colored materials. You can find bamboo stick there too and canes so as to maintain the weight of its big housing appearance. So a special big outdoor housing is prepared for its special outing to perform. So a kind of house must be built, a very big house that can accommodate Ijele. That's where they will get prepared, both physically and spiritually, before they can come out to perform before the people. So this masquerade occupies a lot of spaces, and it takes at least up to 100 men to continuously, for 6 months, work on the preparation of this masquerade's costumes and housing before its outing for performance. So as the king of all the masquerades, and a very special one in Anambra and the Enugu state. So it was said that in the past, at least up to 45 masquerades do perform on top of Ijele. That was then. Up to 45 masquerades do perform at the same time at the top, on top of Ijele. So it is the climax of all the masquerades, because in any ceremony, Ijele will be the last to perform. Ijele will be the last to perform. Ijele's family. Ijele's masquerade family comprises of Ne Ijele, that is Ijele's mother. She is a beautiful lady masquerade that holds a big oxtail with a carved enamel plate. She performed dances to flutes and gentle music. Another one is Ijele's father. The name of his father is Onuku. This is a mask that has a very big face and always wears, traditional attires. That's what it sports. We have, in Ijele's family also, we have Ijele police. There are usually 6 sets of masquerades whose duty is to make sure people do not tamper with Ijele's father or mother. That is a protector of Ijele's parents. They are the protectors of Ijele's parents. We have Ijele's palm wine tapper. So the job to Ijele The job of this Panwan Tapa to Ijele is just to be picking its rear as it performs. That is the job. So we have Ijele's fan carrier. That is the akupe, what they call akupe. You know, the one that carries the akupe. It is not exactly a masquerade, but it plays an important role of directing Ijele's moves, of directing Ijele so that Ijele will know the particular place or position is going to take. You know, so when Ijele will be watching, or Ijele will be following the akupe, that is the fan, that the handheld fan. Ijele will be following the akupe so that it will not miss its steps. And when Ijele misses the sight of the fan, that is the sight of the akupe and its carrier, it loses sight or direction of where to head. So Ijele can only move when the fan moves and stops when the fan stops. We have Ijele's Royal Band Group. This is a special kind of group that plays the instrument whenever Ijele performs. It dances majestically to the Royal Band Group called Egba Eze. The Royal Band Group is popularly known as Akunechenyi. I know some of you know about that particular man called Akunechenyi. So the musical instruments needed for this royal group are as follows. You have something like 4 drums, an ogene, ubom, ekwe, oyo, wooden clapper, flute, that is oja, or ufele. It depends part of Igbo where you came from. A Georgia. So those are the instruments that the Ijele's Royal Musical Group normally uses when Ijele is performing. So in this video that you've watched, it is all about what you need to know concerning this very historical, gigantic masquerade by name Ijele. You know, Ijele is the king of all the masquerades and the biggest one at that in the whole wide world. There is no other masquerade bigger than Ijele. So whenever Ijele comes out to perform, a lot of things will start to happen. So please, as always, let me know in your comment section what you think about this video. You know, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click like on my Facebook page. Why not ring the notification bell so that you'll be notified. You'll be the first one to know whenever we post new videos. Please share this video to friends and relatives, even to enemies too. Do not be selfish about sharing this video to Sasiaya. See you in my next video. Bye.